I let her stay with me because her boyfriend beat her ass. And I was like, nah, dude, that's not cool. I don't condone that. Like, what'd you do? No. What'd you do? Was his food warm when he got home? No, I'm kidding. I just thought it was cool. My friend was like, let's do it. I was like, okay. Dude, I'll never forget the first time she was like, let's jump the turnstile, right? And she did it like so easy.
Okay.
I was like, I don't even remember if I was trying to go over or under. All right, sorry.
No, you're good.
Texting back the hoes.
Texting back the hoes. Oh shit, you got mad hoes?
Yeah.
You got mad hoes?
No, not mad hoes.
You got just a little bit of hoes.
A couple.
Yeah. You got a couple.
No, I don't have any hoes. I was just kidding. That was my roommate. Because like men do crazy things for women all the time.
Start wars.
For pussy. Yeah, they start wars and shit. I mean, like, I don't know, like, not like this war, but...
Oh, you mean what's going on with, like, Israel and Hamas and shit right now?
Yeah, I mean, like, that's not pussy motivated.
That's not pussy motivated?
No.
But maybe.
Somewhere down the line, it really...
Could be.
It could be.
Could be.
Ago, it's the conversation. Yeah. Take your mind different places. Now you know.
So yeah, we got Queen Sierra in the crib. Not Sierra. I'm fucking lying. What's good?
What's up?
Are you good?
How are you?
How's your day?
Living the dream.
What is the dream?
Not my dream. It's somebody's dream, but
that's actually a good way to put it.
I'm living a dream, but it's not my dream.
Do you think it's a simulation from somebody else?
It's a simulation for sure.
Word?
Yeah.
Damn, what's giving you that impression?
Pigeons.
Pigeons? Are you afraid of pigeons?
If we're gonna jump right into this,
let's do it.
Fucking. I don't believe in conspiracy theories.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, not all of them, okay? But pigeons were sent by the government.
Okay, talk to me about it. Yo, I had a flat earther on. I'm ready for this
Let me
shit.
just ask you one question. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
On Google. They're ugly.
No, in person.
Never.
You've never seen like a pigeon nest?
But you don't even really want to see it.
But my point is, have you ever seen one?
No.
Have you ever seen like a baby blue, like a blue jay's nest, or like a, other baby birds?
I have.
Yeah. Why haven't you seen a baby pigeon?
Because they're ugly.
Because they're sent from the government to spy on you, to check on you on your phones. Why do you think they know all your Facebook shit?
Because of the pigeons.
Because of fucking pigeons.
Shit, they have like Wi-Fi connections and shit, Bluetooth.
I
Can
think
you
so.
adapt?
I think
Link
so.
up. Alright, but yo, tell me and tell the audience a little bit more about what you do, because you work at the Comedy Store, right?
I work at a comedy club, yes.
Comedy club, sorry.
Comedy club,
sorry.
Yes. We don't sell comedy, we sell jokes. Yeah, I work at a comedy club, New York Comedy Club. I don't know if I have permission to say that, but I'm going to say it.
I mean, like, I think it'll be all right.
They like me there, so it's cool. Yeah, I work full-time there. It's cool. I meet a lot of cool people, a lot of cool comedians.
What's like one of the craziest nights you've experienced there?
Crazy in what aspect?
Crazy in the aspect like you're like, what the fuck's going on?
Okay.
It could be a bad or a good thing.
Well, I've had experiences with customers, but I'll talk more because like that's just like customer service, right? You get shitty customers everywhere, all kinds of jobs. I work specifically for New York Comedy Club in Stamford, Connecticut. They just opened their location there back in February. And like our opening month was just headliners. It was Chris Stefano, Andrew Schultz, Mark Norman, just these huge names, sold out the weekends.
Did you get to meet any of them?
Oh yeah, they're all super cool, super nice. Dope. I'm not picking a favorite here out of those three I just named, but Mark Norman.
He's fucking hilarious.
Fucking hilarious, but he's also very smart. But he's very personable. Like I ended up going to the Cellar a couple weeks later, or actually a couple months later, and he came up to me. He was like, "Hey, Sierra," like shook my hand, gave me a hug. He's like, "I remember you from Stanford." And it was cool, like to be remembered, like because I'm just the help at the comedy club. I'm just we do everything for them behind the scenes, but it was nice to be like recognized and like hugged. And
Word. It's also like part of the whole process, right? Not you're the back end, but the back end is the most important part to the experience.
Yeah,
right?
we're keeping like you walk into the comedy club and you're seeing us. We're the first people you see. You know, we're keeping your drinks. You're making sure that you're not getting too drunk or you're having a good time, or if your seats are bad, you got to move. It's just it's a whole thing. So.
Have you so you're a fan of comedy?
Yeah.
Have you heard of the Comedy Mothership?
No, I have not.
With Joe Rogan, you know Joe Rogan?
Oh yeah,
like,
yes.
That comedy,
I believe
spot
it's his club in is it in Houston? I thought it was in Austin.
Austin. I always get those mixed up, yo.
I
have no idea why I get.
It's in Austin, and I know that because I'm not. I was seeing not exclusively a comedian who had to go down there, and he was just like, this is a crazy place, and it was just fucking like nuts, and these people were crazy, and I was like, I would love to have experience like that. I think Joe Rogan's awesome. I think that's cool.
OD.
Yeah.
And the types of the Kill Tony podcast.
Yeah.
So
I just recently started getting into that.
It's funny as fuck. He has a bunch of amateurs on, and then they do like 1 minute stand up.
Yeah.
And then
They
basically bash on them if they're bad, or bash on them if they're good.
With comedy, you got to take it in stride. You got to,
Mm-hmm.
You're either gonna kill or you're gonna be killed.
That's a fact. But that's also, I guess, working at that type of spot, you also see people bomb too, right?
I haven't seen really too many people bomb because, like, the thing is, I think that they're funny. I think their jokes are funny. I find the comedy, like, when you go to a comedy club, you have to remember that, like, it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea.
Right. Yeah.
Someone's going to make a joke. You're not going to like it. The other people are going to like it.
Yep.
So some people don't laugh. But when you know that, like, for somebody like me, I go to a comedy club, I know everything, even if I disagree with whatever statement it is, it's a joke. It's I have to sometimes remind people on our shirts, it says, like, comedy club. I'm like, hey, comedy club. The comedians will point to the sign and they'll be like, comedy club. Like, don't take it so personal. So
I wrote a joke one time. You want to hear
it? Sure.
I'm going to tell you right now. This is the first time anyone hears it.
I just recently started writing jokes.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know how good any of them are.
All right, well, I would hear one. Okay. Sometimes I feel my dad ruined the family to make me a better man.
Okay.
All right. Okay, that was not that funny, I guess.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
You have to.
The way I said it?
You have to,
Did I jump right into it?
You're basically like, my dad sucked and here I am. Like, there has to be a little, like...
background?
Yeah, like, my dad was this crazy alcoholic. He, like, beat us all and fucking... ruined my life, and now, I don't know. You gotta make it...
That's heavy.
It's comedy.
Okay, that's true. All right, how about this one?
Let's
I got this one. All right. You ever try to read someone's shirt, but they're too fat, so you try to look under their fat, and they catch you looking?
Okay, I like that one. I like that one.
All right, bet.
Let me see.
Nice. No one steal that shit. Fuck you, yo. I'm stamping it.
Let me see. Okay. Fuck, I don't want to, because... I don't want to say any of my jokes on here because, Oh, okay. This is a good one. This is a real life story. This happened the other day.
All right.
So a friend of mine had to go to jail, and I had to go pick him up. Get out of jail. And of course, I was like, he's hungry, so I take him over to this restaurant. We sit down, and he's just starts drinking. He's just drinking, and of course, you get out of jail. You're hungry. You want to get drunk. Whatever. So we sit down and. We're having dinner, and a table of, I shit you not, a table of district attorneys sit at the table next to us.
Wow.
And they just start talking, and at first you couldn't tell, but then, like, you could hear them talking about, like, oh, yeah, we gave her, like, 25 years, and she had no remorse, and it was, like, key words, like context clues, and I was just like, hey, yo, dude, can you just imagine if they're talking about the cases today, and they just, like, said your name? Like like they just brought you up and like how they were gonna sentence you to life or something, and he was just like, dude, I would just get up and leave. Like I would just fucking, like, I would just walk out, and I'd be like, that's him, and it was just like, I wanted to make that more of a joke, but it was just like crazy funny, like how ironically funny can that happen? Like you just get out of jail, you're sitting there, he's sitting there like, fuck the police, and I'm like, yeah, but the police just walked in.
I think depending on how you say it, it would also just be more funnier as an actual scene. Like a
right,
scene
it
in
has
movie,
to be. Yeah, it's a
like,
scene. It's a scene.
You know, a comedic skit.
Like I'm imagining it. Like, and there's this other one I got. It's a skit though. It's not really a joke, but it's like along the lines of like being a Vietnam vet. You know, like having a conversation with somebody, and you're like, yeah, I'm a veteran. And you're like, whoa, you know, thanks for your service. What war did you fight in? And what about, I'm like, Vietnam. And you look at me like, no way, you were not in. And I'm like,
how old are you?
Prove it. Prove that I wasn't in Vietnam. You weren't there, you know, because like you weren't. That's another stupid one, but yeah, I've got other good ones, but I don't want to say them.
Save it.
I want to save the good ones.
Yo, I remember we were supposed to do a podcast, and then you got jumped.
I got jumped.
What the fuck was that about?
I got jumped, yo. I don't know. I was getting out of a taxi and I was walking home, and I just got fucking, these girls just ran up on me, and just like, I think they thought I was somebody else.
What gives you that impression?
Because, okay, so I live down the street from one of these real ghetto little wannabe nightclubs here in Astoria.
Okay.
You know, I'm not going to name names.
Yeah.
But, so that night specifically, I was leaving Connecticut. I was getting out of an Uber, and I was like getting out around the corner from my house, and I was like, I'll walk home. And down the street from my house where I was getting out of the Uber was the nightclub. And I think what had happened was there was already an altercation there, because the car pulled up on me, the girls got out, jumped me so quick, got back in their car, and by the time I went to call 911, like the police were already pulling up. So I think they were meaning to go to the bar, but instead they saw me in distress and stopped at me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I think those girls thought I was leaving the bar, because like, I mean, I wasn't like dressed up in a dress, but I was like, I went out to a nice dinner, so I was like wearing like nice heels, like nice jeans. I looked like I could have been
at the
spot. Mm-hmm. So I think then they got in their car and they were, you know, just hyped up, and they saw me walking. They might have thought I was her, and yeah, and then it just happened. It happened like so fast, like in 90 seconds.
That's fucking wild.
It was crazy. Yeah.
It was mad random too.
It was so random. I had such a good night before that. I was so pissed. It ruined my whole weekend.
Damn, I'm sorry.
It ruined my whole fucking weekend. I had plans. I had to go to work. I had a call off. It was not a good weekend.
What would you say is like, I guess besides that, obviously, the wildest part about living in New York?
The wildest part?
Yeah.
Or like what draws me here the most?
We could get to that, but in terms of wild, I mean like, damn, this is New York.
I mean, like when I think of like, damn, that's some New York shit. I'm just like, double parking, traffic all the time, people honking at each other, people trying to walk in between cars. Like that's wild to me. Like the people, the pedestrians walking have zero. They don't give a fuck if they get hit by a car.
It's not like that in Chicago. Because you're from Chicago.
I'm from Chicago.
Right.
It's a little less like that. Like over here, people will be like in the turning lane, and the people are crossing the street, and they're like, the people crossing the street don't give a fuck if they get hit by a car, and the people turning don't give a fuck if they hit the people. You know what I mean? It's like, it's wild. They're just like, you could walk down the street and you could see, I mean, like I saw this guy taking a shit one day, and then like down the subway, this other guy was just like just shooting up, and it's just wild. That's what I think. Why it's just so much shit. It's just like.
So Chicago's not nothing like that.
I wouldn't say it's nothing like that. Why Chicago's crazy, but Chicago's like, I don't know.
And where in Chicago are you from?
The South Side.
Okay.
So where I grew up, it was more like you were hanging out on the block with the people that you knew. You were hanging out with your your crew, your clique of people.
Right.
Like, we would have like the occasional house parties where like people would come, but then there would always be fights breaking out because like these people don't like those people and those people don't like these people, you know. So it was always like, in New York, it's more like stuff like this happens, but you go out to like a club or a bar and you see people from everywhere and everyone's just chill, you know. But more like where I grew up, it's more like, yeah, like,
Where you from?
Where you from? Like every time I go back to Chicago, this is the difference I feel like between Chicago and New York a lot. Also, is like I go back to Chicago and I like out here. New York is very fashion, right? It's very like whatever's in style, you know, like. You could wear different colors and all kinds of different stuff. When I go back to Chicago, like I've got, you know, friends and family, they're like, oh, you can't wear that color. And I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, we're going to that neighborhood, you know, where the gangs are really bad. So you can't wear red. Well, red's my favorite color, you know. And I'm like, I don't partake in gang activity. I don't believe in that. I mean, it's not that I don't believe in it. I know it's real. I just like, I don't support it. So it's like, there's a big difference. Here you can go anywhere dressed pretty much any way and nobody's gonna be like, oh well, you this or you that, you know.
That's true.
So that's a big difference.
I feel like New York got that because there's so many people coming over here. Not many. I mean, I don't hear it so many times. Oh, let's go to Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, Chicago's cool. It's a beautiful city. I mean, I definitely like always tell people to go check it out. We've got.
I definitely want to
food.
go to check it out, but definitely not when it's winter time because I hear it gets cold as.
It does get super duper cold, but it's also really super beautiful in the winter.
Really?
Like if you take like 2 days, I mean, there's not much to do outside, but like they've got some restaurants that like overlook like the like Lake Michigan, and when it's frozen over, and then like they just got rid of the Millennium Bean. Like there used to be like this metallic bean.
Oh, I know that bean.
They just got rid of it.
Why?
I actually don't know. I don't even know if it's true. I just saw some article and I didn't really feel the need to click on it. I was like, oh, they got rid of it? That sucks. I was like, I'll be there in a couple weeks.
You already accepted it.
I was like, I'll figure it out when I get there. Because, like, you know, you see stuff and you're like, oh, how real is that? And I thought I had heard about them getting rid of it. But since I live here, I'm more, like, into the New York news. I don't really pay so much attention over there. I don't know if it's still there or not. But, like, that stuff is cool to see in the winter. Yeah, and then they just got, like, the food scene. I feel like it's, like... It's very just like homey, wintry, gives you really cute, like Michigan Avenue's got really cute views. Okay. Reminds me, I would say, of like Park Avenue with like, you know, how it's like two, you know, one lane going this way and then one this way and then there's stuff in the middle. Right. So I think that's really, it's really cute, but it's definitely fun in the summer. Like Lollapalooza is great.
What is that exactly?
Lollapalooza is a huge music festival.
Okay.
Where everybody just basically gets like super shit faced.
And they have it in Chicago?
Yeah.
They have it in different places too, right? Because I've heard of it.
I want to say that, yeah, I think they do it in different places. Yeah. I don't know if it's Lollapalooza everywhere. I've never been. I've always had to work Lollapalooza. But, like, I've worked at a bar near Lollapalooza. But I've always passed by, and it seems like a shit show. But.
So, all right. So then what brought you to New York? Because you were living there most of your life, right? In Chicago?
Yeah, I was born and raised. I just really needed, like, a change of pace. And, like, just where I grew up was just, like, so toxic, so ghetto, so, like... not ghetto. I feel like I want to take that word and use it in a different meaning. Like, it's just... People where I'm from get stuck there... And they don't think that there's anything more to the world than what they have in front of them. I grew up, I told you just a little bit earlier that I grew up as a ballet dancer. I grew up on stage performing since I was 2.5 years old.
That's wild.
Yeah, I've done musical theater. I've done all kinds of dance, ballet. I was in every school play. I've done cheerleading. I've done all kinds of sports. I've always felt that I was too big for where I came from. And I'm not saying like, oh, I'm going to be this huge famous star one day. Like, that's not my goal. I didn't move here to be a star. I just felt that I needed to get out of where I was. I felt that a lot of people I went to high school with, you know, at 16, 17, 18 were having kids, and they were kids, and they didn't get to experience their lives. Or the guys that I knew were getting involved in gangs, and... You know, by the time I was like 18, I had been to like, I couldn't tell you, maybe 10 funerals of people that I knew that were my age. And it was just like, I wanted more. I wanted to not be that classification of, and there's nothing wrong with being there, and if that's what people want to be, if that's what people want to be and live and make their future, that's great. But for me, I always just felt like ever since I've moved here, I've thrived a lot better for myself. I've succeeded more for myself here alone than I would have over there.
How long has it been?
Just about 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah, just about 6 years.
All right, so that's it. Would you say that you're gonna stay in New York, or you're gonna imagine yourself living somewhere else?
I do occasionally picture myself leaving.
Where to?
There's a couple places I would try because, you know, I feel like I'm in this age where nothing ties me down. One of my best friends lives in Dallas. I would go check out Dallas.
Okay.
I would probably want to go to some part of California.
Okay.
And if I was like super duper lucky, I'd love to go spend like 6 months in Mexico.
In Mexico?
Yeah.
Where in Mexico?
My family's in Guadalajara. Well, a couple hours south. So
that's
I'd go.
right.
Yeah.
Mexicana.
Yeah, I'd go and hang out with my, you know.
Drink some mezcal.
Yeah, and just
chop it up.
and absorb their culture because it's
¿Y
still
tú hablas
different.
español o qué?
Sí.
Sí.
Entiendo mucho, pero hablo un poquito.
Okay, perfecto.
Because I don't like the way I sound. I feel like I sound white.
Gringa?
Yeah. I mean,
it's
funny because when I talk to people in Spanish, they're like, "Oh, you sound great," but I'm like, I have trouble conjugating verbs and stuff, so I feel like it just takes a second in my head,
right?
And then it makes me feel stupid.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Because you're thinking in English first, right?
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
You're like,
well, it's like weird because like I'll hear something in Spanish and instantly know what it is in English, and I'll I'll hear something in English and I'm like, I could also hear it in Spanish sometimes. Like with my nieces and nephews when they're learning to count and they're learning to count in English, like I'm saying it though in my head in Spanish. Like I count in Spanish. So it's like, it's weird though.
No, okay.
Yeah, it's like, uno, dos, you know, but it's like, so I don't know. It's a weird, it's me and my own self-consciousness about how I feel like I speak it. It's really not that, you know, it's not that deep, but
nah, I got you.
like if I go to Mexico, I could survive.
Yeah?
Yeah, I could survive.
I remember there was this one guy I met in Puerto Rico. Oh man, this guy funny as fuck. He was from Dublin, I think, from Ireland, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, I only need to know one thing. I can't do the accent, but I'm just saying it in the same energy.
I only
as
need to know one thing.
Yeah, he's like, I only need to know one thing. Grande cerveza, por favor.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that
we were in Puerto Rico.
That and baño.
Baño.
I mean, yeah. My Spanish language it's not my strong suit.
Well, it's good that English is spoken pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, but I am very in touch with my Mexican culture. I will, even though
How?
I keep in touch with my family in Mexico. We
Okay.
speak on a daily.
Right.
We've got a group chat, so we're all like constantly just talking to each other.
Talking shit?
Yeah.
Sending memes?
Sending memes. Well, there's a lot of old people in there, so it's not too much like.
Okay, not too many memes.
Not too many like funny memes,
Right,
but like,
right.
you know, videos and pictures of their kids and stuff. And me and my grandma, we travel down once a year to stay out there with them. I'll be going in February for the month, so that's super exciting.
You reminded me with we can get back into the Mexico topic, but you reminded me with the group chats. Have you ever been part of a group chat that you were like, I gotta fucking leave this group chat?
All the time. If I'm not an if I'm not an admin in a group chat, I won't be in the group chat.
I remember one time, I'm not throwing any shade, but it's just like...
Yes, he is.
No, I'm not. No, there's no shade. It's just like, for me, this is like, all right. There was one time I was in a group chat slightly. With these groups of people at this job that I was in before, and like, yo, the type of shit that these motherfuckers would send inside this group chat was so vile and so fucked up. Like, it's just like, and it had to always do with like sex or killings or some fucked up eerie like fuck. And yeah, they laugh at it. It's all like ha ha. But I'm looking at this shit like, yo, why are you sending this?
Yeah.
At like whatever clock in the morning.
I've been a part of some. I'm gonna try to just pull up one of my favorite group chats of all time.
I don't really smoke blunts like that, you Chicago ass motherfucker.
I mean, I'm on a kick right now. It's just my thing.
Nah, but it's good.
I've been a part of some real funny fucking group chats. I mean, I work best in group chats. I think I just know how to run them. I've had some foul conversations though in these group chats too. Like, I'm trying to think if I can just scroll up to part of this. Most of these are memes, fucked up memes. Okay. We're talking about Krayshawn Rock having her baby, right?
Okay.
And
that's Blueface and...
Yeah, Blueface and Krayshawn. She goes, my girl goes, you guys, I can't believe she named her baby her name. But I was high, so I was like, what did she name him? Like, I didn't realize she was saying she named him her name. You know, so I was like, what did she name him? And then I said, the one-tooth bitch, right? She goes, she named him Krayshawn Malone. And then she goes, that's her name. And I said, oh man, I thought it was going to be something stupid like Rock Bottom or Rocky Balboa. But that's also stupid. Now her name's a boy name. So she's a boy and he's a girl. I hate it here. And then she goes, well, at least it didn't have anything to do with Blue. And I was like, Blue's Clues? Because who the fuck is her baby daddy?
That's pretty good.
I could be a bully though in group chats too. I could be real mean.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Where does that come from? You have older brothers or sisters?
Oh yeah, I'm the youngest.
Oh, so that's where it came from.
Yeah, I'm just a bully. No, I'm not a bully. But I won't get bullied and I won't get bullied. Like I got this one for you. This one's gonna I think my phone died. Oh no, it didn't. This one is fucked up. Like, I don't...
Is that from Monsters, Inc.?
What?
There was like a photo of the Monsters, Inc.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've got all kinds of shit in my phone. It's all crazy. Okay. So, I can get into a real tiny, quick backstory for this. So, basically...
just letting you guys know she's going through mad different messages.
We're about to pull it out.
She's looking through mad different messages from
Okay, so this is a group chat. Here we go. Long story short, I had this girl living with me. I let her stay with me because her boyfriend beat her ass. And I was like, nah, dude, that's not cool. I don't condone that. Like, what'd you do? No. What'd you do? Was his food warm when he got home? No, I'm kidding. You know, he was doing some real foul shit to her. Right. So, whatever. Me and her started getting into it. I left her alone for a while. Well, I ended up going out one night and I saw her man. And he was hitting on me, like, left and right. Just like, and I was like, dude, like, I'm not cool with your girl. But, like, that's some shady shit. So, like, I got on the phone with my friend the next day, who we're going to name her Kim. That's not her name because I don't want to put her name out there.
Right.
But I get on the phone with Kim and I'm like, Kim, I saw so-and-so's boyfriend last night. He was hitting on me. The girl in me wanted to be like, hey, let me tell her that her man was hitting on me.
Yeah.
Because, like, I felt she had the right to know. Mm-hmm. So she goes, yeah, just start a group chat, me, you, and her, so I could mediate it. And I was like, okay, cool. So basically, I tell the girl, your man did this, and she's like, I know, he already told me, like, you're just making yourself look stupid and blah, blah, blah. And, like, this is right after I got jumped. So she's like, I know that's why you're afraid of me, because you don't want to leave your house, because you just got your ass whooped, blah, blah, blah. So
how did she know about that?
I don't know, because the social media knew about it. So she flipped the switch on me. I was trying to be nice, right? She flipped the switch on me. So we get into it, and she said something like, she goes, I said, why don't you go... I'm embarrassed to read this out.
Fucking read it.
Why don't you go kill yourself? I don't care. I hope your boyfriend fucks all your friends. He already fucked most of them. you're going back on the blocked list. Bye, sweetie. And then right before that, she goes, if it doesn't benefit me, it does not exist to me. So there's this picture of Peter Griffin, and I'm just gonna, show you that one where he's all beat up, camera, he's all beat up. And then I said, oh, look, it's you after your boyfriend beats your ass since it benefits you so much.
Damn.
Bye. I'm not a bully, though. But sometimes you gotta be.
Right?
Whatever.
What is that about life, right? Because then you were too nice and then people trample over you.
Yeah, like I let her stay in my house and do all these things, and like then she didn't want to be my friend, and I was like, fine, that's fine. And she was like, call me selfish and all this and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, I was trying to do you a favor, but now you want to be rude, and I will reciprocate the energy.
Yeah. Right.
I smoked enough blunts about it. I'm not mad anymore.
That's mad funny.
I don't even care.
Yeah.
She's fine.
Everything will be okay.
She's living her best life.
Right.
Probably getting beat by her boyfriend. I feel bad for her.
Damn.
Edit that out.
I'm keep it.
Fuck.
All
All right. So what else? Next topic. Move on.
Next topic would be, what is your dream situation in life? Like what would you be like? All right, hell yeah, I made it.
If I could marry the richest man who's young, good looking, fits my criteria, puts me through all my schooling so I can continue to get my education, and marries me and all that shit, that'd be great.
That's it? That's your dream situation?
Yeah.
At least you're fucking real about it.
Yeah. I don't want to ever be famous. Or not famous, I guess. Like, look.
You just want some rich guy to marry you.
They always ask you the question, like, do you want power, fame, or money?
Okay.
I don't want power. Because
comes with a lot of bullshit.
That's a lot of power. Power are the people starting wars and shit. Like, controlling shit. I don't want power. I don't want that. Money is cool. So, money's cool. We'll leave that, like, right there. And fame also comes, you're in the spotlight. You're the people that the next generation looks up to. Like, you think about the people in our generation who we have to look up to, Krayshawn and fucking Blueface. Like, that's the power couple of 2023,
But according to who, though? You know what I'm saying?
Social media, because they're all over social media. So it's just like, it's just, and the people that have the power control social media, but the people that are famous, I don't know, it's weird, like.
Everything's with social media.
And everything has to do with money, too. It is algorithm, right. But it's also, it's just, I don't want any of that. Like, you got to, and then you think about, like, okay, Cardi B, I love her to death, but and she talks about this in her interviews and stuff, like how she's a mom and how she doesn't let her kids, like, think about her music. But one day they are going to hear that music. And it's like, I don't know, was that fame worth it to me? I don't know. To everybody each their own. So for me, my real dream is like money. I want to be financially secure. I didn't come from like a house, like, that was crazy big. And, right. We had a little apartment, and my mom didn't have the best car, and she worked 2 jobs, and, I was raised by my grandma, and, I would reuse, like, school clothes for school pictures, and, like, it was embarrassing, and I grew up with free school lunches and fucking food stamps, like, going down to the store with the actual food stamp card. Like, God, that was crazy. But, like, I remember, like, where I grew up, and I'm not that old, but in the little neighborhood where I grew up, we still had a payphone. So, like, we didn't have cell phones when I was a kid. So you had to, my mom would give me, like, 50 cents to make a phone call if I wasn't coming home after school. Like, I want money. I want security. I want my education to continue to make more money. The smarter you are.
What is that? What is it, your education that you're trying to pursue? That you want your future rich baby daddy to fucking pay for?
Well, right now I'm going to school for childhood education.
Okay.
I'm very much not really. I don't know how, and I don't know if I'm 100% dedicated. I'm in my second year, so I still feel like I have time to not back out, but figure out a different route.
Okay.
I've just always had this dream of me like having like my PhD. I don't know what I want it in yet, but like I want to continue. You know, like I want to be the smartest person in my family.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just want to throw it in their face? Like what?
No, like
you want
I've
the
got
accolade of it.
No. I've got a brother. He's an architect and an engineer. He's very talented. You know, he works on big, huge projects. He's great at what he does.
Nice.
I've got a sister. She's a nurse, but she's also like, she does a lot of other stuff on the side of that, and she's just, you know, she's got 2 kids. I've got my other brother who's a carpenter and like he could build a home from the bottom up. You know, like I've got, my siblings are like amazing.
And you're the youngest out of all of them?
Yeah, and then I've got a couple. Then I've got another brother, which I'm not really.
How big is this family?
I'm the youngest of 7.
Holy.
I've
That's
got
like some old schooly shit.
I've got one.
People used to have that many kids just because they didn't know if any of them if they're all gonna make it, right?
Yeah, and they're like, oh no, we all made it.
No,
I've got one brother. I'm actually not close with him, but last I think, if I'm correct, he was like running some sort of company out there in Chicago. I'm not close to him. I don't know what he does, but he's got 3 kids, and they're also pretty successful for themselves. And then I've got 2, you know, the 2 of the batch that fucking suck. But I want to throw my education in their faces, but not the rest of them. Because the rest of them, they all work hard too, you know? We come from, you know, our parents worked hard to give us what they have, and I want to do that. I want to continue doing that. I want...
So you see yourself having kids and having family and doing all that.
Yeah, with the rich, good-looking guy, so that my kids have money and are good-looking. But you know, to have the most opportunity.
That's mad funny, yo.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yo,
you don't have to be rich.
I do blind dates sometimes too on the podcast.
Don't ever set me up on a blind date.
All right, shit.
I'm so picky.
Why?
I'm so picky.
I know, but tell me your characteristic and then I can find it.
I can't. I don't have one.
You'd be surprised I could find motherfuckers.
Look, if somebody is wittier than me, they catch my attention.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
But you got to be quicker than me.
Yeah.
And you got to make me laugh.
Right. Well, you got to get there. But all right, so boom, you're in New York. You've been here for 6 years. You could imagine yourself living in all these other places, but you're here right now.
Oh, but I think I'd always come back to New York.
Right. So that's what I'm leading up to. Like, what makes New York so special to you?
Honestly, I just feel like I don't know. You could get anything here at any time. You know, there's so much culture, so much diversity. There's so much life.
Yeah.
All day, all night.
Right.
I find it's like, I don't know if I find it fascinating or weird or what, but like, you know, you could walk down some streets in Manhattan and see so many homeless people, and then you can also see the richest people on the same block. Like,
it is ironic, right?
It's like, it's mind-blowing almost, you know? And it's just a beautiful city. It's just, there's so much history here. So much history. I mean, like, I'm here, and I feel like every time I'm in the city or when somebody comes to visit, I'm taking them around, I'm always learning something new. Ooh, excuse me, I'm always learning something new.
In awe of the city.
Yeah, and every part. Like, I haven't really gone to Brooklyn very much, but like I'm even learning a lot right now about Queens specifically. Like, I felt like I did my Manhattan part. I did a little bit of exploring in the Bronx, and like now I'm doing Queens.
You fuck with Central Park?
I haven't done all of it. It's huge.
Yeah, but you fuck with it, right?
Yeah, I've been there.
You fuck with Prospect Park?
Yeah.
You've been there too?
Yeah.
They're the same developers.
Well, that makes sense.
Right?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I think like 4 guys or something like that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful parts.
The city is amazing. But it kind of goes back to your statement of you could be walking down the street and, you know, see the richest of the rich and then the poorest of the poor. Makes you realize how wild choices are, right? But even within choice, there is some matter of luck, I feel.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely, yeah. I feel like...
Because people could still have it all and still lose it all.
I feel like, though, like, a lot of the homeless population in New York, and I don't... PC, correct me, unhoused or fucking whatever the fuck they're considered. The homeless people here.
Okay.
I don't know what the right word is.
You got me lost by trying to do all that.
Somebody once was like, no, they're unhoused. And I was like, so you mean they're homeless? Right. That's what that means. Right. So I whatever it is, I don't
terminology.
know. Yeah. But, you know, I feel like a lot of those people are like vets and like, you know, people who just like can't get help. I do believe that. And then like they have to turn to drugs and and it's just so sad. And like there's a couple places in the city. I know one for sure I want to say is in Harlem. They just opened like a place where you can like legally go in and like do your heroin. And like they provide you with like clean needles and like make sure you don't OD and like
what?
It's terrifying to me. You're
giving them the drugs.
They're not giving them the drugs. They're giving them the needles to do the drugs and a space to do it in.
Oh, great.
And it's just like, it bothers me. And it's like, no wonder nobody wants to help like the homeless vet who actually was a homeless vet. Because it's like we have, I don't know, I'm going on a tangent
No, I get it.
With that. But it's like, I feel bad for the homeless people. And then we're all walking around like, oh, you know, like every time I leave a restaurant, I'll always take my leftovers and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to leave it with the next person that I see. Mm-hmm. And if like you are really homeless, you'll take the food.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah.
You know.
I'll give you an example. One time, this is when I was working at UPS, right? Okay. I was delivering packages. Hot summer day, blazing, fucking working my ass off. Hot, you know what I'm saying? Hot. Got mad packages, dolo. Nobody helping me.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Nobody helping me. I'm doing all this shit by myself. I have to do all this shit, right? Boom. This fat homeless guy, like super fat. And I'm just making an observation. Like, it was just like, this guy was like so big. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And are you doing your makeup right now? Oh.
Yeah. I just want the blunt.
No, I got you.
Freshen up.
I got you.
Don't edit that out. I think that's funny.
That would get that. All right, but the guy comes up to me. He's like, not even like, hi. Not like, how are you? Sorry to bother you. This guy goes up to me and goes, get me a burger with fries and a soda. And I'm like, what?
What the fuck? No.
Yeah, but you know what? I like looking back, I should have really thought like, oh, he probably has mental problems or something like that. You know what I mean? I probably shouldn't have been so stunned, but like still, like what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
you never heard the word please?
Or yeah, just like hi, or like how are you? How you doing today?
That's crazy.
Yeah, he just comes up to me like, and I'm like, nah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, of course not.
I was like, you should get a fucking salad.
No,
I was
yeah.
Like, I said that. I was like, you get a fucking salad. And then left, right? Working my ass off. A couple hours passed by.
You see the same fucking guy?
I see the same guy, but this time he has a soda, a fucking burger, and
fries. No fucking way. No way.
Someone got it for him.
Bro.
Yo, shit happened.
There was one time.
He probably went up to a motherfucker, said it the same way.
The same way.
He was like, you know what? All right.
He was like, fuck it. This guy's annoying. Yeah. There was one time I was working in the city. It was cold. It was like February. And it was cold. So I was like, I'm just going to go into this place and get a soup. And I saw this old lady sitting outside in her wheelchair, all bundled up with all her bags, clearly, you know, whatever. And I go in and I get a soup. And it was like chicken noodle or something. Because like everybody likes chicken noodle soup.
Right.
Who doesn't eat chicken noodle soup?
Right.
I go and I give it to her. And I'm like, hey, I got you this soup.
She wanted drugs.
She's like, what kind is it?
Oh.
And I was like, it's chicken noodle.
Chicken noodle with the
eyebrow. And she goes, well, I don't like chicken noodle.
What the fuck?
And I was like, lady, it's 30 degrees outside. Do you want the soup or not?
Yeah.
And she's like, well, no, I don't like chicken noodle. She goes, can you get me something else?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, if you don't take this soup, I'm going to throw it in the garbage. And she's like, well, throw it in the garbage.
Oh.
I was like, bitch. Oh my God. I ate 2 chicken noodle soups for lunch that day. I swear to God. I was like, eating the second one like, you fucking bitch. I was like, I hope nobody bought you your beef barley, you fucking.
Yeah, that's what she wanted?
I don't know what she wanted. Because I was stuck there. I was like, you're freezing out here and you're really not going to take a chicken noodle soup.
Right.
What are you, allergic to chicken noodle soup? I mean, what?
Maybe she's vegan.
Then don't eat the chicken. I was like, I mean, at least even to warm your hands up, right? Like, I was like, she had me shook. I was like, you were crazy. That was crazy.
That's fucked up.
But yeah, that's another wild thing that happens in New York.
You never fucking know. You know what? I'm sure you went to many trains and fucking people are smoking weed and shit. That happens.
On the train?
Yeah. You never been through that experience?
Not on the train, but I've been in between the cars.
Okay,
smoking.
yeah. Okay.
No, I haven't.
I feel like growing up, almost a lot, well, not almost everybody, but a lot of kids, a lot of delinquents have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just thought it was cool. My friend was like, let's do it. I was like, okay. Dude, I'll never forget the first time she was like, let's jump the turnstile, right? And she did it like so easy.
Oh, okay. And then you did it fast.
I was like, I don't even remember if I was trying to go over or under, but I got super stuck. I was like, can you just tap my phone? Please, I'm stuck. And now I just go under.
Oh, yeah.
I mastered going under. I just got to crouch really low.
You can do it? You're short enough?
Yeah, I just have to make sure that I'm not wearing a backpack. I have to make sure I'm clutching my bag so I can go under at the same time.
So you still haven't mastered the hop over?
No, I'm too short for the hop over.
You can do it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I've seen it.
I will fall. It's also, to me, it's more noticeable, like, because I'm short, that they're going to see me, like, fall. Right. Like, if anybody's over there, they're going to see me fall. As opposed to being short, like, I get up, like, right before the turnstile, like, comes. So, like, it looks like I'm the same height the whole time.
Oh. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, for me, I feel like that's easier.
Okay.
Like, for taller people, it's like, oh, he's tall anyways. Like, I can't tell if he's jumping.
No, you
he's
can definitely
tall.
tell.
But, like, a short person jumping and then you see them hit the floor and they're, like 3 feet tall. You know what I mean? Like, come on. You're going to know. Like, what?
I'm imagining, like...
yeah. And the cop's going to be like, I know you jumped that turnstile. Go back. Pay the fare.
Not even go back. That's what you get. I'll probably get a ticket. Shit.
I'll be like, officer...
That never happens.
My phone's dead. My wallet's lost.
That's pretty good.
Like, that's my train. I gotta go. Just run on the train. Hope the doors close. Of course, somebody else's bag is stuck in the train.
That's another thing about it, too. Like, you go, and then, boom, you're gone. How are you going to find that person? You can't even find that person.
I was like gone where?
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you would be gone. Like the guy, they would be looking for you. Like, you can't, you with the sit.
Dude, especially if you have a backpack full of other clothes, you just put on a different hat and a different sweater.
That's it.
They're never going to know.
Never know.
Fucking stupid NYPD. Don't get me. All right. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Texting back the hoes.
Texting back the hoes. Oh shit, you got mad hoes?
Yeah.
You got mad hoes?
No, not mad hoes.
You got just a little bit of hoes.
A couple.
Yeah. You got a couple?
No, I don't have any hoes. I was just kidding. That was my roommate. She's my hoe though. That's my girl.
See, see that's the thing, girls. I feel like girls get away with saying and doing a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can say that, and then there's no problem.
I can go up to any girl. I can go up to any girl and be like, "What's up, bitch?"
Type shit.
Yeah, I'll be like, "Oh my god, bitch, your purse is so cute."
Or a gay guy. Gay guys do that, and it's like completely fine.
Yeah.
It's like acceptable.
Yeah. I'm like, what'd you say, bitch? I'm like, oh, you're gay. Oh, you bitch. I get it. Bitch. Yeah, no, yeah. Women get a lot. We get away with a lot.
Oh, D. Do you think that the power of the pussy is unmatched? Like, do you feel like pussy is what makes the world move?
Absolutely.
Respect.
I believe. Yeah. Yep.
That's it. Yeah, you just got it. All right. Yep.
Yep.
Statement approved.
Proved. I agree. I mean, like, yeah, you right? Because like men do crazy things for women all the time.
Start wars.
For pussy. Yeah, they start wars and shit. I mean, like, I don't know, like, not like this war, but.
Oh, you mean what's going on with like Israel and Hamas and shit right now?
Yeah, I mean, like, that's not pussy motivated.
That's not pussy motivated.
No.
But maybe. No, I'm kidding.
Somewhere down the line, it really.
Could be.
It could be.
Could be. Right?
This shit goes back thousands of years.
Took my bitch. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, who's to say it didn't happen?
Who's to say, right?
I'm a veteran.
You're a veteran of what?
I fought in that war.
Oh, word?
See how the joke made it? Yeah, you see? That's how it's gotta go.
You're good. Finally, the second time around.
Tell me you weren't there. I was.
Right.
Ooh, got it.
That's a good one.
Okay, all right. That was good.
You got that in the books.
But yeah, pussy, motivates guys to do stupid shit.
What's the wildest thing maybe a guy has been motivated by your pussy?
What do you, wait, okay.
Like, motivated to do for you?
I used to date this, no, I don't even want to say I dated him. I don't claim him.
I don't claim.
I don't claim him. We were talking for a couple months.
Okay.
And he was like, this was in Chicago. He was a gangbanger.
Oh, you fucking the gangbang.
I didn't mean to.
You wanted to.
He told me that he wasn't in the gang anymore.
Okay.
I found out he was lying. Very quickly, I found out he was lying. So I tried to like cut it off with him, but it's hard to cut it off with a gangbanger.
It was a good time.
We had fun, but it was like when you're trying to tell somebody like leave me alone, and they're like,
oh, you mean hard that way?
Yeah, like he was like not leave me alone. So I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm just going with the flow, right? Like this is gonna end eventually. And yeah, he was just like
persistent,
walking around all the time with his gun, talking about like that's my girl, like don't touch her, like crazy, like he would shoot, he probably would have, like if we would have continued dating, he'd probably have murdered somebody for me. Not murdered, maybe shot, stabbed at least. Yeah, he did time. I didn't know any of this when I first met him. Nobody told me.
It was just like
nobody told me, and then I found out like the next week, and I was like, "You guys are just gonna let me just do this?" And then and then I was like going through a rebellious phase, so I was like,
you should reassess your friends." Nah.
No, I fucked with him. I mean, look, you're young and dumb once, but I told him like I was like, "Don't bring that gun in my car no more." So he had his friend hold the gun. He's like, "It's not on me."
That's funny as shit.
I was like, well, as long as I'm not like whatever, but that was a long time ago.
Wow. Now, if you could imagine yourself living in New York in the most comfortable setting, what would that setting be?
Like where?
Yeah. Where and like how?
Like what neighborhood?
Yeah, is it a penthouse? Is it a fucking brownstone? Is it a fucking...
Oh, like for life or like just like for like now?
Whatever.
Well, like if I was still like single, like young and single, I wouldn't mind like a 1-bedroom, that would like overlook like the city. Like I would probably maybe want to stay somewhere in Astoria so I could overlook the city. Because I think that's a really beautiful sunrise and sunset area. But like a 1-bedroom would be cool.
Okay.
Like a nice 1-bedroom, like a new one, you know, like one of those nice ones that they just built with like a balcony.
Hell yeah.
Like,
you know, by Rainy Park?
No.
That's what you probably be looking for if you're trying to stay in Astoria, in that area.
Okay.
It's nice.
I'll have to look into it. Because I'm like,
No, it's actually by a Sculpture Park. You know Sculpture Park?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know.
Like the buildings by there?
Yeah. Yeah, see, like, I'd go over there. But if I was gonna, like, if I was, like, thinking, like, if I was married and stuff, I would want, like...
A crib, a house.
Yeah, I would do, like, a brownstone. That'd be dope.
Oh, brownstone.
But, like... Yeah, dude, I think brownstones are beautiful.
Are you more like a dog or a cat person?
I'm a dog person.
Word.
I'm allergic to cats.
Oh, yeah?
I think they're so cute, but they're such devils.
Right?
Only because I'm allergic to them.
That's the only reason.
Yeah.
Other than that, you would have had a cat.
No.
Oh, okay. Still dog.
Yeah, probably.
Dope.
Yeah, I'm too lazy already. I need something to motivate, like, get me out of my house, go for walks.
You have to go on a walk.
Yeah, you gotta, like, play with them and...
Keep them active.
Cats are so self-sufficient. It's, like, gross. Like...
I don't even need you to pet me.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
like,
Okay.
they want it all the time. Yeah,
it's
like, they want to, like, sit, like, right on your chest all the time. It's like, dude, I can't breathe. Literally, I can't breathe. But I want, like, a really small dog. I've been thinking about getting a dog.
Or like a, what's that shit called? Dachshund?
Okay, so my friend has one, and I think they're cute. But I've always been thinking of Shih Tzu.
Shih Tzu?
No, not a Shih Tzu. Yeah.
Frenchie?
Not a Frenchie. No. Ew.
You ever heard of a bulldog and a Shih Tzu?
Yeah, no.
But you know what that is?
No, I don't think so.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. No, not a Shih Tzu. That's so ugly.
All right, that's what I say. I'm like...
No.
But a lot of rich people be having Shih Tzus for some reason.
Oh, my God. I was about to sell a Yorkie. A Yorkie. I want a Yorkie. Or what is this called? A Doxy Poo.
A Doxy
Or a
Poo?
Doxy Poo. Yeah.
What the fuck is a Doxy?
Doxy Poo.
Okay.
Yeah, those are cute.
They stay small like that?
Yeah, they stay small, like that. My friend's got one of these. Yeah, I'd get one of those or I'd get a Yorkie.
Okay.
Because I want my dog to go everywhere with me.
Oh, you want a little travel dog? Put it in your like purse or whatever.
Everywhere. I'm taking it to work with me. I'm taking it on my spending the night bag. This dog's going. This dog is going with me everywhere.
Yo, that's fucking funny. You have like a little like bed laid out for him.
Yeah.
In the bag.
Yeah.
Have it, like just all prepped.
Yeah, I actually have this one Louis bag that's already big enough that I could put a small dog inside
You've
of it.
prepped for this.
Yeah.
You're ready for this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I wish you get your fucking Yorkie.
One day. This guy's trying to sell it to me for way too much. I'm like, dude, come down on the price. And then every time I walk in there, it's a different Yorkie. I'm like, dude, you can't keep changing the price on different dogs.
Have you ever checked on puppies.com?
Yeah, but I'm afraid if I pull the trigger too fast, then I'm going to regret it. So I'm like, I'm waiting for the right time.
Regret it how?
Because I got roommates and I got.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
But it's like such a small dog. It's like.
They won't care.
They
A
won't
lot of
even
them will probably
notice.
like the dog.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
It's just a matter of really just doing it.
It's also the thing
Yeah.
is we have carpet, so like.
Okay.
I'm really like I hate carpet.
Okay.
I hate carpet. It's
So
disgusting.
just put the floorboard on top.
How? What do you mean?
You could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or train the dog not to pee in the house.
Yeah, I mean definitely, but like I'm just thinking like hair wise. Like,
Hair wise,
Like I hate carpet. They're so gross.
be super annoying.
So gross.
Vacuuming must.
Disgusting.
What kind of? But that dog does it? I don't think those types of dogs shed that much though. The Doxy poo.
No, but
They
they
don't look
walk
like they do.
outside and they walk inside.
Okay.
And it's like,
What would you say to your younger self?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a good question. That's deep.
Steve?
That's deep.
Steve.
I don't know. Come back to me. Let me think about that. I would stay focused on things that mattered more. Less on people and more on like studies and sports and things that were going to keep me physically a better person. Because I feel like I wasted a lot of time as a younger person focusing on relationships and friendships that mean nothing today.
Right.
So I would have said stay focused. Yeah.
That's good. Do you see yourself now having that thought, living a better life?
What do you mean?
Well, seeing that, being able to see that, right? You could take that for the rest of your life, you know?
Yeah, I'm working on that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely like I don't have a very
It's like age is such a wild thing, right? Because to you maybe you think you're old, but to someone that's like 50, 60 years old,
I know they're like you're a baby.
Mad young. Yeah.
It's like, but like looking back 15 years,
Right.
you know.
Exactly.
We were different people then. It's like, yeah, I'm noticing that I need to focus more on myself and what I want for my future than people around me who are just doing the same bullshit that they've been doing since I met them.
For years. And don't change. There's a lot you could tell from by a person's actions.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. A lot.
Yeah, seriously. In this world is wild. We gotta keep on pushing. Who are some of your inspirations?
Like anybody?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's also a good question. Damn, I asked you to prepare me for this.
No, what you mean? It's just I'm just spitballing here.
Well, Michael Jackson really was an inspiration to me growing up. I was heavily influenced in dance from 2.5 to like 18 or 19. So watching him perform and his music and all that was just like...
Michael Jackson, though.
Yeah, I would say Michael Jackson.
So you were inspired by him, like, through it all?
Yeah. Yeah, I grew up...
So do you feel like it's a conspiracy, like that what happened with him? Or do you feel
How
like
he died?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there was some weird shit with that. There's still like, I feel like no answers. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, that was weird. Like his doctor, like, I don't know. That whole thing was weird. Yeah. I don't know if I believe it's a conspiracy, but I do believe that, like, I don't know. Yeah. He was just like, I think he was just too great for this world. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like, not like he was perfect. Like, I know he did his fucked up shit, like, whatever. But, again, there's, like, two sides to every story. I don't know. I just believe as an artist, he was a great artist. I appreciated everything he did for the music industry, the dance industry, all that. Like, I thought that was awesome for him.
There's few music that merges the world, right?
Right. And, like, he reached out, like, everybody in every country, like, loved him. So, like, to me, that was, like, that spoke volumes. Who else? I don't know. I don't know anybody else who really inspired me.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson got it.
Michael Jackson. I'm trying to think, like...
What's your favorite Michael Jackson song?
Billie Jean. Billie Jean's a good song.
Billie Jean.
Okay, not singing.
Karaoke shit.
Who else? Brittany Murphy. Great actress. Loved her. Great actress.
What makes someone a great actress to you?
I feel like she always fit her role.
Okay.
Like, I felt like they were different, but to me, I obviously didn't know her as a person, but I felt like that's who she was, like, as a person. And I feel like I loved her character, so I felt like I would have loved her. She just, like, like in Uptown Girls, she just hit like the nan. Have you ever seen Uptown Girls?
No.
So she like nannies this like spoiled like Upper West or Upper East Side kid in Manhattan, and you know, and she's like a down to earth girl, but like, you know, lives kind of a decent life, and she starts nannying this kid, and the kid's spoiled rotten, and she's just like just puts the kid in her place, and then they end up falling, like, you know, they have this great relationship, and it's like, and it ends up beautiful. It's just like she just it's a good movie. You gotta.
I definitely gotta check it out.
I mean,
Uptown
it's
Girls,
a girly movie, but yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, it's not like, I mean, it's probably not your go-to, but it's a good movie. Like
Yeah.
it's a dope movie. I would also say Robin Williams would be somebody who influenced me.
Yeah.
He was always just like a super funny, like.
That's Mrs. Doubtfire, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire. He did.
Doubtfire.
He did.
Glover.
Yes.
He did so
He
many-
did also the genie in Aladdin.
Right.
He did. Why I know it's not called. It's the movie where they say, "Oh, Captain, my Captain." Why am I forgetting? Oh my God, I had to watch that in high school. That was fucking 12 years ago. I don't remember the name, but he portrayed so many roles that were just so great. Every role I felt like they gave him was great, and he was a great person. I read something recently that he like always asked to like have a certain amount of homeless people or something like on set to give them jobs and like give back to the community, and and then he spoke out about like depression and mental health and mental awareness, and like I felt like that was powerful because like not a lot of people did, you know. So yeah, at that time, yeah, definitely at that time.
Because now it's like everywhere.
Now it's, yes, definitely everywhere.
Shove down people's throats now.
Yeah. And then, yeah, you have to know. And then, honestly, my last person that would have influenced me would be like, these are just the famous people that I'm thinking of, like, is Selena.
Selena?
Yeah, she influenced me because, like, you know, obviously it's in the movie, but if it's a correct quote, her dad says to them, like, you know, have you seen the movie?
Yeah.
Okay, where he says, you know, it's hard for us being Mexican Americans because we're not Mexican enough to be Mexicans, but we're not American enough to be Americans. So we have to be better than the Americans and better than the Mexicans. And, like, my grandma showed me that movie when I was young and explained that to me. Like, you know, that's like when she started teaching me Spanish. So, like, that's where I think I draw that line of where I feel Mexican and American. Because I know I'm not better than Mexicans, but I know I'm a better Mexican American than the American. I don't know, it's weird. But, like, that stuck with me, and just, like, the influence she had over people. Like, I still, like, she's one of my favorites all the time. I listen to her all the time still. I don't sing professionally, but I try to sing her songs as good all the time. Like, when I'm walking down the street, I'm, like, singing her songs, and then, yeah, I guess in, like, family-wise, I would say, like, my mom and my grandmother inspired me, really. They've just done everything they could to be who they are. Yeah.
Your grandma, you said, like, raised you, right, mostly? What would be some, like, key gems that maybe she said to you over the years that you would like to share with my audience?
I left the frijoles on. No, we can't get McDonald's. I left the frijoles on. That's one thing for sure. She would always tell me, she still tells me, pray for patience. We don't see 100% eye to eye on everything, but she always she tells me, pray for patience. It's something that when I find myself really upset and angry, I hear her saying that to me. And she told me this at a very young age. She's like, Sierra, you don't love everybody. And I didn't understand it at the time, but I started to understand it as I got older, like what love is and how people like you love in different ways for different people. But she was right. You don't love everybody. You like people, you tolerate people, you deal with people, you're acquainted with people, but there's a few people that you truly love. in your life. Yeah, I think that'd be.
That's a really good one. I like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Now, you were telling me before you have some stories to share. So like, tell me one of the stories that you got in the vault that you would like to share.
Oh, about what? Which ones? What were we talking about?
It could be about anything. Like, is there some crazy party story that you've been through, or like any I don't know, college story? I don't know if you went to college, like high school story, like
Okay, so I didn't go to college.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I'm in school now, but I didn't go to college like back when I graduated high school. But all my friends were going to this community college, and we were hood rats. Like, we used to do like some hood rat shit back in the day where I'm from. Like, so all of our friends got like this community college, and this community college owned homes around the city, like around the little neighborhood, that they would rent out to the students. So like, you know, all the volleyball team, like the volleyball team would have one house, the baseball team would have one house, you know, each sport had a house. Of course, we went to high school with these people, so we knew everybody at all these houses, right? So we would have all these parties.
Nice.
And one year, I was never really a drinker in high school, like in college, like in these days. I didn't drink. I've always been just more of a smoker. And I'll never forget, it was a Halloween party. And no, I'm sorry, it was not a Halloween party. It was just a regular party. We were at this girl's at my friend Bree's house, and in the alleyway, because we're in Chicago, we have alleys there. I know most people don't know what that is, but it's behind the house. You walk out through the back door, and there's an alley, and you could drive through it. And down the, and some people don't know, but so down the alleyway was the police station. So we were keeping this party. It was like low key, like it was pretty quiet, but there was a lot of people there. Well, I go out in the back, and these two girls that are friends of mine, they're fighting. And I'm like, oh man, like I'm letting them go at it. They're shit faced. They're going at it, and they're drunk, and I see this car start to come down the alley. So I'm like, oh man, like what if that's 5-0? Like we gotta get the girls, like. So I'm like, hey, you guys, come on. If like, I'm not stopping you, but just move it over to the side, like get out of the way. And the one girl looks at me and she goes, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. And she ran up to me and tried to punch me in the face.
What?
So I took a bottle and I bottled her.
Oh, shit.
I was like, honey, I am not the one. So she got back up. And then her friend stopped fighting. Her friend just walked away. Me and this girl start fighting. You know, a couple punches were thrown. The car stops. They're just watching the fight happen. You know, the cops end up getting called. We all got pulled out of that party. Like, we didn't get pulled out of the party. We all left. We dispersed. I get in this car with this guy that I was talking to. She goes to the hospital to go get stitches.
Oh, shit.
I end up at this other party, blood on my shirt. They give me, like, some other shirt to wear.
That's crazy.
I'm sitting there. I walk in. Everybody's like, oh, look, it's Mike Tyson.
Tyson.
I'm like, yo, you guys cannot be saying that right now. Like, the cops are looking for me. Like, they are looking around. And so, of course, oh, and side note of this story, I forgot to mention, my grandmother was a dispatcher of this police precinct.
Oh, shit.
So the police knew me.
Oh, damn.
So
personally,
they knew who I was. They knew. So
family,
at the fight, when they were like, it was some girl named Sierra. But this was a college party. So the cops know I'm not enrolled there. So they're not looking for me. But they know my name. So they walk into the next party that we're in. I'm already changed in my shirt or whatever. And I'm sitting there. And of course, like I had like my little beer or whatever. And I'm like, oh shit, they saw me. And I was like, oh, I put the beer down. They're like, Sierra, what are you doing here? And I was like, oh, I don't know. I just heard there was a party. And they're like, hey, do you know about any girl named like Sierra that goes to that comes to this college?
Real?
And I was like, no, I've never met anybody else with my name. They were like, yeah, dude, she was involved with this girl that like, she had to go get stitches and this. I was like, no way. They were like, get out of here before we call your grandma. And I was like, officer, say less. And I was like, I told the guy, I was like, come on, let's go.
Before we call your grandma.
And because they were just more like, they were like, you're at the party. And I was like, whatever. So like, we just went out and it was just so funny. So then we end up going back to that girl's house.
They knew what's up.
They really did not know that it was me. Really. Swear to God. swear to God, they did not know it was me.
Oh shit!
Cause like I changed my shirt. There was no blood on my shirt. My face was fine. I was sitting there like my knuckles were a little bruised, but I had like my beard. Like I was like holding like my beard, so like you couldn't see anything. Right. So I was just like I was chilling. Like I was good, and so we end up going back to where the fight happened, and that's where I was gonna sleep that night. So, you know, we all go to sleep. Me and the girls will go to sleep. We wake up the next morning, and that girl who started the fight with me, she comes and knocks on the door, and she's like, "Hey, you know, is Sierra there or whatever?" And Bree, the girl whose house it was, she's like, "Yeah, she's here." Why?
Yeah, what do you want?
And she's like, "Well, I really wanted to apologize to her." And Bree comes in the room. She goes, "Sierra, she's here. She wants to apologize." And I was like, "Nah, dude." I was like, "I don't think this is a good idea right now."
You're a trap.
I was like, no, I didn't think it was going to be a trap. I just felt like, because I knew this girl since we were kids. Like, I threw her baby shower. I'm still, to this day, actually really good friends with this girl. But at the time, I just felt like emotions were high. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to see her. Mm-hmm. So I was like, you could tell her I accept her apology, but I didn't want to see her. And like, you know, whatever. It took, you know, she ended up going to AA, and like, she did have an alcohol problem. She got help. I feel very, very happy for her. She's been sober for, I think, like 7 or 8 years now. Very good for her. But that was just like one of the that was just like a crazy story. And we're friends now. We keep in touch. She's in Florida with her daughter. But it's just like, we always think about that story. It's just so funny how it happened too. Because I'm always like, girl, I was trying to help you and you ran up on me. You didn't give me a choice. But it was just, yeah, that was a funny one. That was a good one.
That's good. Do you have any questions for me?
I don't know. No.
Okay. Yeah.
Should I?
I mean, whatever.
I don't know. Do you have any crazy stories you want to share with me?
The crazy stories I want to share with you in regards to like what?
I don't know.
Yeah. Anything?
I don't know.
All right. One time, I was in Spain, right? And I was on a train. This was my last day. I just had like a wild ass Euro trip.
Yeah.
Went to mad different spots.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was gonna go on a train to go to this beach that I already went to, and then when I was on the train, I met these club promoters. Right, and they're like, oh. After some time talking with them, they're like, oh, we're gonna go cliff diving. Right, into like a huge cliff going into the ocean. But it was like 2 hours away from where we were. So where I was gonna go was only like an hour. Now it's 2 hours. So I'm like adding to it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and they're asking me if I wanted to go. I'm like, no, I'll think about it. You know
yeah.
What I mean? And then, but I'm chilling with them and we're vibing. And they just seem cool. They actually seem cool. You know?
Right.
And I was like, all right, this is genuine vibes. This is cool. Like, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Fuck it. And then we go. By the time we got to the cliff, there was security. They said it was closed, so we couldn't go, like to cliff dive.
Yeah.
And I was just like, damn, that sucks. You know, like I'm in my head. I'm thinking like, damn, we came over here for like just to be at a beach. But all right, cool. At least I'm like chilling with
right.
People. It was like, all right, we're chilling. There was an Australian dude. This Australian dude was like big ass fuck and was like the type of dude that was like, let's do everything. You know
oh
like,
God.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
that type of energy. This guy was like, all right, so we're gonna go? And I'm like, what do you mean we're gonna go? They just said it was closed. What the fuck? He's like, nah, we could just swim from the side. He's saying it like it's nothing. But it's like, it's mad far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like imagine a trail or not a boardwalk. It's not a boardwalk, but it's like a trail that leads into the ocean.
Hell no.
And then it's
hell no.
Right.
That's
it's
crazy.
Far as fuck, right? And he's saying all you have to do is just swim from the outside, and then just climb it from the side. And in my head, I was like, you know, it's like fuck it. It's the last day. Let's do this shit.
No.
Me and him was the only two that actually went out of the whole group.
Oh my God.
But we swam out. This dude's a fish, of course. This out there, like, bam. I'm like, I'm taking my time. I'm gonna get there. You know what I mean? Like, it was far as fuck. By the time I got to the rock, this motherfucker's like halfway on top of the rock.
Hell
you know what
no,
I mean? Like,
yeah.
But he was nice. He waited until I got to the top, and then he fucking dove like nothing.
That's
and I'm
crazy.
up there. I never had any type of experience like with
Oh my
hikes
God.
at all. You know what I mean? This was just my first time. You know what I mean?
And you did
I felt
it.
like a virgin. And I was like, ah, and then I was like,
oh my God, no! Oh shit!
Yeah.
That's
That
crazy.
shit was a wild story.
That's crazy.
And then when I got back home, like I literally after that, when I went back to the hostel that I was staying at, the next morning went home.
Yo,
Shit was crazy.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild. Damn, dude.
So where can the people find you?
I don't even know. I don't know what my Instagram handle is. Hold on. That's a.
Oh shit! That means the camera died.
Oh damn.
The audio's still going, so I can,
okay.
I can still show it.
Okay. I'm just gonna send you my profile.
No, just say the Instagram handle.
Oh, X_SIERRARCHO.
Bam.
Bam.
So yeah.
Awesome. Good looking, man. This was fun. We'll do it again.
Yes.
Ago. It's the conversation. Yeah. Take your mind different places. Now you know. So yeah.